What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universal Bros Unplugged podcast, where we talk about everything Universal. This is episode 28.
28,
We're going to be talking about Black Phone 1 and 2. Just to give you a heads up, we just watched the film today. This morning, we got the earliest showtime, and we got up, the movie finished, we stood up, we walked out of the theater, and didn't say a word about it.
We legit
literally held off to make sure that you guys are
a very
going
quiet
to
walk to the car.
Yes, you are going to experience the true, authentic conversation and our thoughts on the film. Fresh.
Yeah.
So, that being said, there was an announcement earlier in the week that we have made some changes to the podcast, being that we are now only posting once a week and it's going to be Friday. The idea was that we just felt like the episodes were more, not as content dense and more of amount. Now we're switching it more to one episode a week, content dense, with more segments. We're going to slowly add more and more segments.
We have a lot planned, honestly.
And just the episodes are going to be slightly longer, not double what's been the usual. But we're going to do
a good size amount.
Correct.
Correct. Essentially, what we want to do is we want to bring everything up in quality.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Quality over quantity.
Right.
That's what we're shooting for.
The whole idea of one episode per week is going to increase the amount of time that we have to edit said episode.
True.
And, tweak it up, which is
make everything look a little bit nicer. That way, the final product is a little bit more clean, more polished,
exactly,
and a lot more fun.
Again, every Friday, 12 p.m.
Absolutely.
And throughout the week, we will be posting clips.
A little bit more regularly. We're going to be on social, as am I, on my
Correct.
Instagram. I'm going to be posting a lot more consistently.
I'm going to be posting. I have a whole folder full of bloopers.
Yeah.
From moments before the camera turns on, or just basically little clips that don't make it onto the podcast.
Yes.
You'll also see it there on the page. But that being said, let's get into the intro.
And we're back.
Alrighty, let's get into City Walk talk. What's going on in City Walk? So, this one we haven't spoken about this.
No, we haven't.
But Universal City Walk Orlando will present special Back to the Future 40th anniversary screenings at the Cinemark movie theater.
Let's go, baby.
This is pretty cool. It's legit. We did have the 35-year anniversary
for Jurassic Park.
Correct. But they also
was
had
the 30th, actually.
They also had the 35th is what I was referring to for Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Which is when the Chocolate Emporium had the special, kind of a twist on their normal milkshakes and a souvenir cup.
Yes.
So,
but it's 40 now.
Now it's 40.
As we've seen some of the merchandise out in the 5 and dime and stuff like that.
Yes. The year 2025 marks 40 years of the iconic film Back to the Future, and it will return to theaters nationwide for a limited engagement at the end of October. So it's not just at City Walk, it's not just in Universal Orlando, but, if you happen to be there, they're having special screenings. That being said, one thing that's very exciting is the fact that Universal has also been slowly, which is I'm excited for, because we do have an up and coming trip for us and we're going to get some serious content for you guys. And they are slowly releasing more and more Back to the Future merchandise.
Yeah.
And it's just about the 40th anniversary.
Yeah, I saw a few limited things when I went for HHN in the 5 and dime store.
Yeah.
Really nice things. I mean, obviously the clothing is like top quality, so that's why it's a little bit pricey.
Yeah.
But they sell like, the jacket that looks like the suit he wears when he goes into the past.
Yeah.
To go talk to basically his dad.
Yeah.
And convince him to, talk to this girl and all that. And they have obviously the puffer jacket, iconic.
Yeah.
They have the little hoverboard. It's like a little baggie.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a little backpack or it's like a little satchel or makeup bag.
It's like a little backpack.
Yeah. Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Plus, like, all before was the Wicked store was the Universe store in the front of Universal Studios.
Yeah.
And they had like, retro or like callback T-shirts of like Jaws, Back to the Future, E.T., Felix the Cat, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So all that, majority of that's in the 5 and dime now.
Well, that being said, that wraps up City Walk Talk.
It's awesome. I love Back to the Future. If you follow me on Threads, I posted today, well, the day that we're recording this, Back to the Future is technically a Halloween film because of October 5th.
I guess.
Technically, it's a Halloween film.
Huh? If you want to phrase it like that, yep. So, let's talk about it. Black Phone 1. First, Black Phone.
I really like Black Phone.
Which is funny that you say that because when it came out, you dumped all over it.
No, yeah, I was like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
It doesn't intrigue me at all. I don't get it.
Uh-huh.
It didn't seem like my kind of horror film. The main thing that kept me away from it was people telling me, it's like, yeah, well, there's like a whole supernatural element to it. And I was like, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of movie I like. They do nothing for me. The supernatural does nothing for me.
Yeah, but it wasn't that type of supernatural.
Right. And it's not until I don't know what it was. I just happened to take a chance and like put it on. And I was like, this movie is really good.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually really well made.
Yeah.
The whole 70s
BlumHouse,
aesthetic.
really. I mean,
Dude, it's... BlumHouse is one of the greatest things to happen to horror in our lifetime.
Well, did you give it to him? A Blumpkin is basically when you taking a dump.
When you say Blumhouse, it makes you think of Blumpkin.
It's exactly what it's the first thing that comes to mind.
Look it up on Urban Dictionary. We're not going to explain what a Blumpkin is. And what Nico's referring to is...
I guess I don't really have to.
It's the late, great Patrice O'Neill. That's a bit that he did. It's on YouTube. You guys can look it up. Inappropriate. It's inappropriate. I will say that.
Another big thing in these new episodes is that we've been restricting our personalities due to a lack of time because censoring content is very tedious,
cumbersome.
Exactly.
But now that we have the time,
now that we're doing one episode a week, we have a whole week to edit each episode.
I would like to do something. I would like to be officially the first person on our podcast to say.
You're an idiot.
Of course, this is going to be blurred or censored in post editing. But
you're not the first.
What do you mean?
If you go back to our first 8 episodes, we just curse like it's nothing.
Oh well. Not on video.
How do you feel? Not on video. Not on video.
Question: what does the censor look like? Is it just a bleep, or is it something fun put over the mouth, or is it just is it like in early 2000s, like just a blur and then a beep, or?
No, it's a beep and then it's a little sensor over your mouth.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, that's funny.
Okay. All right.
I'm just making work now. I'm making more work for you.
No, so Black Phone 1, I really liked it. Honestly, when the first time I watched it, the supernatural aspect at first kind of threw me off. I'm just like, this is a little...
Right, it's a little bit out there.
Yeah, but then after a while, I was like, you know what? It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And it works well with the film, honestly. And just, dude, the whole movie, how messed up it is. Like, one of my favorite my favorite scene in that movie, honestly, probably one of my top favorite scenes, is when he comes down there and he asks him, like, what his name is. And Finn lies to him and says, like, oh, my name's so-and-so. And he goes, oh, really? And he throws the newspaper and it says his name and that he's missing. And he's like, wow, really Finn, and then he says he gets mad. You can hear that he's just pissed.
Yeah.
And like, dude, his face, and he's just like, ah. And just to think, I was really gonna let you go like that, and he just walks out, just to like how he
Just
like
to mess with him.
Yeah, just to fuck with him like really bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that really messes with him.
My favorite scene, ironically, is also where it takes place of him and the grabber in the basement. And it's where like he's like just like sitting there with like the bottom half of the mask, and he's just like, I just wanted to look at you.
Yeah.
Nothing weird, you know. He's obviously it's weird. It's all weird. It's all weird.
Yeah.
We don't condone kidnapping of children.
Yeah.
It's not,
dude.
you know what I mean? It's and you know the kid's just like, you're not even gonna bring me food. Like what's wrong with you? Like he is in such like shock still of the situation he's in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which what I love in the second film is how much he expands like in that moment that they have a little bit later in the film where he like actually like opens up about it. He's like, it's terrifying. It's scary. I was scared for my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is crazy. It's crazy. I mean, obviously he's like the only one to have like survived.
Yeah,
right.
He was the only one.
And essentially all the kids, each one of them got. That's what's so good about the first movie, dude. Each one of them got a little bit farther than the last one.
Yeah, exactly.
And so luckily he was able to make it out because of how much progress all the other kids made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, but it also has to go the fact that he chose. He wasn't playing the part that he was expected to play. Right.
Right.
He was different. Like he wasn't trying to escape through there. You know, up the door when it was available, he didn't try it.
Yeah.
Until the last time that he did, that he got out and then he brought him in.
Yeah.
Right? But the idea is that he can grab them when they come up and then beat them, and then that's, then they die.
Yeah.
But it's like the way the movie is like the first one is like so well structured, like the whole process. The
it's
sister. Yeah, dude. The sister, her having her part in it. It was so well thought out.
Dude, I think what surprised me the first time I watched it, right? And keep in mind, I'm watching this already with the mindset of like,
you're not gonna like it.
I'm not gonna like this.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how good of a film it was that it completely changed my mind.
Yeah.
I think the scene when I realized I was watching like really good acting was the scene where the dad's like beating his sister in front of him.
He like balls up his fist.
And it's forcing her to say like her dreams are just dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's like, and she's resisting him until he beats her down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, this is, you know what I mean? This is like legit acting. I believe that he is hitting that girl.
Yeah. It was,
you know what I mean?
Good. It's not just her
dude,
part.
In the second film, everyone is so good.
Yeah.
The acting is so good in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. And it's crazy like to see them older, but it's like it feels like the same characters, just it feels like an older version of them without being corny.
Yeah.
It feels like it feels natural.
Yeah.
Man, but the first one was really creepy. That's the vibe I love. They don't explain too much about how it works or about he's only getting tidbits of information from each kid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's trying to it's like, and you're going through the puzzle with him, and you're trying to like figure it out with him.
Yeah.
And like the slow work that he does, and it's just the whole movie. It's like the eeriness, and you're like, dude, how is he gonna escape? And then like the attempts he tries.
Yeah.
With the cable.
Yes.
And then with the carpet, the rolled up carpet.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just
packing the phone.
Yeah,
with the dirt so that it's heavy.
Yeah. It's wild. And then, dude, the best part is like, I love the brother.
Yeah.
That he's trying to figure out, and he's working with the cops, and you're like, dude, this guy's strange. And then later on you find out that you finally clicks that like, oh my God, dude, he doesn't even know it, but his brother is the grabber. The guy that he's trying to find he's literally living in the house.
Yeah. Little did he know all those kids were literally beneath his feet.
No. Only Finn was. Because remember, the house across the street was identical, and then in that basement is where he buried them.
Right.
Yeah. That was...
Well, I'm saying while the kids were alive. Because, that's where he would hold them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
While they were alive, and then go bury them.
Yeah. Dude, it's insane.
But still...
It's so good. It's just so well thought out.
I thought it was well balanced. This one, the second film, is a lot more... I don't even know how to describe that other world. It's like sort of like the supernatural other side.
Dude,
it's more dense than that, like, psychic supernatural side.
Yeah.
Because obviously we're dealing with, ghosts.
Yeah, but before we go to number 2, like, let's keep talking about number 1.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go into a trivia segment.
Yeah.
But number 1, I one thing that they didn't, well, obviously they couldn't infuse into the second one was the balloons. I really like the black balloons.
Right, it's sort of a signature.
Yeah, and the way he would kidnap people. You know? It was just, I don't know, it's just so well thought out. I really like the character too. And then when he's sitting up there, like, now I really wish we had gone to that house in HHN.
Yeah.
I really wish we'd gone.
Well, I have, again, and I said this, I have high hopes.
That they bring it back for 35.
It's already, dude,
that'd be sick.
It had a great opening weekend.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's just going to keep making money because it is a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm hoping around this time next year, we get to have a Black Phone 2 house. And I'm going.
100%.
I am going.
Yeah.
Just because I know the aesthetic alone of this film.
Yeah.
What that house might look like. It's so weird. You know what? It gave me the vibes of like 2 movies. One is what's it called? The Overlook Hotel, The Shining. I don't know why I couldn't. So The Shining. That sort of snowy, sort of like gray emptiness, what I mean, vastness.
Yeah.
And then the other movie, which was like all that B-roll footage. A sort of artsy horror film that came out about a couple years ago, a year or 2 ago, called Skin of Merrick.
Okay.
And that one is like, it's like experimental, sort of like weird kind of footage that's like messed with. It's like kind of like messed up celluloid, like old school film, but it's very weird, very, very weird. I don't know how to describe the film other than the fact that it's very weird. A lot of it's up to like visual interpretation of like what you're looking at. It's very crazy, very crazy. It's very out there. But those 2 films combined are what I felt this movie, like, aesthetically is kind of like an amalgamation of. It's pretty crazy.
I think number 1 had a different vibe than number 2 did.
Oh, 100%.
Number 1 was more of a... how do I describe it? Well, I mean, it's matching up so much with the storyline, not the specifics, not the gore part, but the storyline is very similar in the concept wise, like how the story goes. It's very similar to Terrifier.
Which one? The first film?
The first film. But number 2
Explain.
Is more so. Number 2 gives off the vibe of, it's as if you grabbed Stranger Things.
I got that vibe too.
Stranger Things.
In some parts, absolutely.
Terrifier. Without the gore, like not the gore part, every other part, the supernatural part, the fact that he creepy, has powers, and
okay, I see what you're saying.
He lives through his victims, correct? Yeah. And believe it or not, the fact that I didn't feel as if this film was, it's like you can hit a broad audience like FNAF. I would say it's those 3.
Oh, really?
It's a good mix of those three.
You want to know some of the scenes? What they reminded me? They reminded me of another two films.
What?
Because we're dealing obviously with like the supernatural and dreams, right?
You're gonna say Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street is one of those ones, but also The Exorcist.
I don't know about Exorcist. I don't know about Exorcist.
Some specific parts of The Exorcist, yes, I can see the reference.
Because of the holiness.
Not necessarily. I would say a lot of the. There's gonna be a spoiler warning. You know what I mean? A lot of the scenes,
it is what it is. We're talking about
the
movie.
Right. A lot of the scenes where she is being attacked by the grabber, it's the movement and stuff is very reminiscent of Nightmare on Elm Street and The Exorcist when, you know, certain levitation and certain things happen where the kid's being thrown around the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All extremely well done, by the way. I mean, it was like there were some moments where I was like, "Oh man, that's just wild." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Like the spinning and the tossing around, slamming her, and she's not responsive because she's technically in a dream state, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. So, visually, so well made. The second one is like another level of like visual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I knew I was going to really like the second film like 5 minutes into it. 5 minutes into it when I was seeing what they were how they were presenting the film.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be really good. And every time when it like ramps up, because then, you know, it's like the first movie, it ramps up and then it stops.
Yeah.
And then it ramps up highs and lows constantly.
Yeah.
In the second one, man, when it ramps up, it's like it's not holding back any hands. I really like that. You know what I mean? I think it's such a good mix too. It's a good mix of like slasher, supernatural, jump scares. Everything is really well.
Dude, the jump scares were.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had to like, you know what I mean?
They make you jolt.
Right.
I wasn't like, oh my god, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Because it's like, you know, even though you know you're gonna see it, you're like, you know, it's just
it's a natural reaction. Yeah. You're a sociopath if you don't react.
No,
like that.
Of course. You know what I mean? But it's like I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
didn't feel like a hokey, like, you know, like every goddamn horror movie has like forced jump scares. And they feel crappy because like you can see it coming from like a mile away.
No, this one you really couldn't.
With this one, because like the entire vibe of the film is eerie. It's eerie. It's kind of tense.
Yeah.
If it's like, you know,
you're like constantly trying to know what's the plot. You're trying to figure out, but you can't figure it out.
The baseline of the film is like an uncomfortable silence.
Yeah.
And that fills in the blanks of like all the going down. When they're not in like absolute danger, things are happening. It's like it doesn't feel like a second to breathe. It feels like
you're just waiting. It's just about to happen.
I'm uncomfortable. Things are not okay right
exactly.
now.
Something's gonna happen.
It's such a crazy vibe that the second film gives off, and that's what I liked in the first one too. Because in the first one, you're like, he still needs to get out of here. I know that he like got away this time, and you know he technically he's not gonna kill him. You know what I mean? But like, brother, we gotta get going.
Yeah,
we're up against the clock. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you're gonna get out of it this time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. I thought it was just so. One really set number two up for success.
I would say they go hand in hand. There cannot be a number two without number one, and I don't think number two would have been successful as a standalone film either.
No, of course, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like it's just when I saw number one, and I remember I told you, I was like, dude, it's good,
right?
And you're like, dude, it's a supernatural part. I'm like, yeah, but it's like barely any. It's like not what you think.
It's well made. It's not hammering it on. Yeah. It's not
like
beating a dead horse.
Like that's. Black Phone 1 was the film that like made me like look into BlumHouse and was like, and what made me realize like, okay, they're doing good. They're on their shit right now.
I started taking them seriously when 2018 Halloween came out.
That's a BlumHouse production?
It belongs because that's Universal's main horror studio now.
Really?
Yes, of course.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's why Michael's in the promo at the very beginning before you get pulled into the cabin. In the woods, he's standing there. You never noticed that?
What are you talking about?
BlumHouse, as you know how before the movie starts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You get reminded of all the different things that are part of BlumHouse. People from The Purge, stuff like that. Michael is in the woods before you get sucked in through the window into the actual house.
Yeah.
BlumHouse.
Yeah.
And remember, I was so critical of Halloween 2018 when it was announced, and I was like, I hope they don't mess this up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were...
And it was one of the greatest horror films to come out in my time.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when I was like, okay, maybe Blumhouse is onto something. Yeah. And then, they had like one or two really good Purge movies, and I was like, okay, maybe they're a legitimate horror, studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Universal is like,
Legit.
Going back to its roots of like making like hard-hitting horror films.
Bangers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And here we are, man. Even Megan, which
Did you watch it?
The first one, yeah, not 2.0.
Did you like it?
It's not my thing, but it was really well made.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not.
I would agree.
It's not my kind of horror
I would
film.
agree. 100%.
But conceptually very creepy. Obviously, AI. It's just these are all derivatives of the Terminator. If we're being honest, you know what I mean. It is what it is. Same thing with like when they remade Chucky. That's instead of it being a possessed doll and like voodoo
it's like
and
corrupt AI.
Corrupt AI. Yeah. You know what I mean. Small Soldiers. All these movies are just derivatives of Terminator.
Yeah.
But yeah, I Black Phone 1, amazing.
Yeah.
Completely different from Black Phone 2.
100%. Completely different.
Black Phone 2 offers you a completely a different vibe, it's the same story kind of with a lot more. It's much more robust. Yeah. It's like Black Phone was like the appetizer at Chili's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fantastic. I could have really just good. This
the triple
and
dipper,
be good.
Triple dipper.
I could have just this. Yeah, this is fantastic. Exactly. I love this.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you see Black Phone 2 in the distance, and it's the fajitos coming, and you're like, and everyone's like, they're looking at what they got. They got like whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's like you're like, oh, this is epic. You know what I mean?
Epic.
Yeah. Shout out to Chili's. I want my Black Phone. I want my Black Phone.
Shut up. No, yeah, dude. No, number one, you know what I really like is how the movie's not long, but they give you just enough to where
it didn't feel that long to me.
And you still somehow like get to really like the characters, each and every one.
Yeah.
They do such a good job.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of films and
they try to
producers, they should take notes on how those storylines and the backgrounds of each person in that film, the backstory, how short it was, but it was just so properly delivered.
Important to the plot.
Exactly.
We're not shoving characters down people's throats for no goddamn reason. Honestly, and this is, you want to know the feeling? Okay, when we were walking out of the theater.
Yeah.
After I sit through that, that amazing film, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
One, the breath of fresh air that this movie was.
Yeah.
Okay? It's great to see a movie that doesn't fucking suck.
Yeah.
Especially a horror film.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Most of them are dog water. Let's be honest.
We were literally watching the previews, and yeah, I looked over at Saul and I was just like, dude,
you don't even know what half of these movies are.
They're so confusing, and they just look ridiculous.
They're so weird and so not. It's just so.
It honestly, you know what it is?
Yeah.
It looks like lazy writing. They're just trying to make money. That's what they look like. The trailers aren't even like.
And their cop out is that like, well, you know, we tried to be like very artistic about it. And it's just like, no, dude, because Black Phone is a major success. Okay, it's one of the greatest modern horror films that Universal has come out with. Okay, and it's just a guy in a mask. It never fails when you do it right. We added a little bit of a supernatural element, not too much. Just enough to keep things interesting so that there's a whole thing happening in the background that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
That we don't explain in depth.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
It's just
you got to do some of the work, bro. You got to do some of the work when you watch a movie. You want a really good story, it should make you think about it.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, it's like the one of the ones that stuck out to me was Predator. It's like the new Predator. And it's like, dude, Predator and Alien versus Predator was already such a good movie.
Really good.
And then you had
really
the ones that they've come out with more recent Predators, and they were okay. They weren't terrible.
Right.
But what they're trying to do with this one, it looks like they're ruining it. Like, bro, you can't create anything original. Like, we have to.
Right.
Why do we have to keep going back and ruining franchises
I agree.
that are to this day still nostalgic, and you're just gonna ruin it like that? Like, bro, think of something up.
Yeah.
Like, think something up
like
for yourself.
For me, you want to know a really good example of adding to a franchise without tainting anything.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Prey? That came out on Hulu.
Yes.
About the Native American girl and her
Correct.
experience dealing with a predator that came to Earth.
Uh-huh.
And that storyline.
Yeah.
Which ends up connecting to Predator 2. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really well done. It adds a different dimension to the overall story of what we know to be the whole Predator race and everything like that. And even though I haven't seen it yet, I'm going to watch all of it. Alien Earth. People on Hulu, people are saying is fantastic.
Really?
Unlike, some of the Prometheus movies and Alien Covenant and all this weird entries and stuff like that are like, they're just brushing, but they're not hitting the mark. Yeah. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't think Alien Romulus pushed the franchise anywhere as far as like progressing it or, I did like that it was just a straightforward Alien film.
Yeah.
Technically, you could argue it's kind of more just a rehash of like everything that Ripley went through in the 80s. But, Alien Romulus, I liked it. It's by no means the greatest Alien film in the franchise. I can name you plenty of others that are way better.
Yeah.
But it was good. Yeah. It was good. Accurate. It cut the fat out that you would...
Good.
Yeah.
How's that apple juice? Good. Good.
But yeah, man, I what you were saying, Black Phone is so good because it's just a good movie. We're just making a good movie.
Yeah.
I'm not pushing my ideas on you. We're just here to tell an amazing story. Yeah. And this second film is a chef's kiss to the first one. I can think of no better way to finish the story.
Yeah, honestly, and that's the part that I love and I appreciate BlumHouse, and it goes to show that they knew that that this movie was going to do so good that there's no need to stretch it.
We're not going to beat the dead horse.
Exactly.
We're not going to stain the legacy.
They finished it and they did it. Chef's kiss.
100%.
They killed it. They did literally. They
literally they killed it.
But I mean,
it is what it is,
buddy. Yeah, and I love how they didn't try to get too artsy with it. Nothing. It's just this is what it is. But again, like, dude, the movie was so good. I just want to dive into it, but before we do so,
right.
I'm here to introduce a new segment of our episodes. And
Absolutely.
That's going to be the trivia segment, which is where I ask Saul and in future episodes our guests some trivia questions. and we see if they get it right. So it's going to be a series of 4 questions, and we're going to see how many Saul can get right out of those 4.
Okay, let's see if I completely embarrass myself.
We'll see. I think you're going to be able to get some. It progressively got harder.
That's what she said.
Damn right.
That's an Office reference. Shout out to Steve Carell.
That's what she said.
Michael Scott, one of the best characters in all television.
Alrighty. Ready for the trivia segment?
Yes, I'm ready.
UBU trivia. Here it goes. Your first question. Okay.
Okay.
This is a very fitted question due to what our City Walk talk was referred to.
Okay.
In Back to the Future, which gas station sign does the DeLorean crash through? Now I'm going to give you 3 options.
Okay.
You're gonna decide. Okay.
And we're talking about the first film.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Was it Mobil, Texaco, or Shell? What gas station sign was it? Of those 3.
Texaco.
Correct. That is correct.
I had to see it, dude. I had to remember the scene.
Correct.
And I was like, it's not. I don't remember. I don't think it was Mobil, and I don't see Shell, but
Correct.
I see Texaco because Texaco had the old school. Yeah.
Yeah. So while we do this, so you guys know, I'm going to be putting the question up on the screen, and the answer will pop up after Saul. Okay, so you guys will be able to guess yourselves and let us know in the comments down
Did you
below.
get them all right?
Say put trivia and put your best out of 4. So Saul, you're 1 for 4.
1 for 4.
Now, question number 2.
Hit me.
Which band frequently collaborated with Universal and eventually became the composer for the event?
Which event?
For Halloween Horror Nights, for HHN. Okay, now here are your options.
Yes.
Korn, Midnight Syndicate, Linkin Park, or Pink Floyd.
I'm gonna say Korn.
Korn.
Yes.
Korn is not the right answer.
No, it's not.
The answer
It's
is Midnight Syndicate.
Yeah, Syndicate.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't know why my mind went
They
to
are
like
now the
Universal
official
Hollywood.
They now officially work with Universal Creative. They are the official band for Universal Creative.
That's pretty cool.
Correct.
So they're the ones that do all the music for HHN.
Correct, for HHN.
Crazy.
They are the ones that they're one of their song. The main theme song for HHN is one of their originals.
Okay.
So
they're basically like the Anaheim Steamroller of Halloween.
correct.
Very
Okay. Question number 3.
cool. Okay.
What color is the smoke during the roller coaster portion of Revenge of the Mummy? Now, let's remind the crowd that this was your number 1.
Yes.
Your top 10 rides.
Question. So we're talking about the portion where Emotep's mouth.
What color is the smoke during the roller coaster portion of Revenge of the Mummy? This is the part. I'm going to give you a clue. You want a clue?
No, because there's only smoke.
This is after.
There's a light shining through it.
Which makes the smoke colored.
Yes, it makes it. Well, what are the options?
You have to guess. This one, there's no options.
Okay, the smoke is either, depending on, because the smoke is...
Give a simple.
The smoke itself is white, but because of the light shining through it, it is either red or orange.
What's your final answer? Lock one in.
I'm going to say because, the way the light bounces through it, I'm going to say it's like technically orange or red.
You have to pick one.
Orange.
There you go. That's right. It is orange. It is orange. It's not red. It's orange.
I've seen before the plume hits the thing.
You're
it
wrong.
is slightly red.
That is when you come up to the sign. The sign itself, the little glowing neon lights that are hitting it are red.
Oh, okay.
That's what you're.
But Emotep's mouth, which is where the glow, it's orange.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So, question number 4. You are 2 for 4.
Let me see if I can get 75% on this test.
Question number 4.
Big money, no whammies.
On the Hulk roller coaster, this is our hardest question.
Yes.
Number 4 is always going to be the most difficult question. On the Hulk roller coaster,
Yes.
how fast do you shoot out of the gamma ray booster?
Oh.
Now, the answer to this question has to be 0 to blank miles per hour. What miles per hour do you hit? You go from 0 to what miles per hour? Let's see if you can guess it.
I'm going to say 0 to 66. How off am I?
Very off.
Did I make it faster or did I make it slower?
Faster. It actually doesn't go that fast.
Was like
That would
40?
be- that's too many G-forces at that speed.
This is 0 to 40?
It is 0 to 40.
Yeah.
So you're 2 for 4. Comment down below what your rate
2 for
was.
4. Yeah.
How many did
I got
you
a
get
50.
right? You got a 50.
I got a 50.
There's always next episode.
There's always next episode.
So, that's going to wrap up our trivia segment. Before we continue to Black Phone 2, let's take a quick break.
Absolutely.
And we're back. So, let's talk about it.
Black
A
Phone 2.
conversation we haven't had. So, I'm going to let you go first. What are your thoughts on the movie? It finished. Imagine we're back in the theater a couple hours ago. Movie just finished. What are your exact thoughts?
The first thing that came to my mind when that movie was over and the credits were rolling, I am not going to shut this film for a while.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. Dude, I told you, and I remember I told you this earlier, right? Before when we decided like we were gonna, just have the conversation for the pod.
Yeah.
I knew within like the first 5 to 10 minutes of the film, it was gonna be good.
Yeah.
It was gonna be, man, the way I love that they did an intro for it too, with like that old school like 70s B-roll footage.
Yeah.
And all that like kind of, and funny enough, it's also helping set up the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Which is, it's crazy because like technically they did the same thing over again.
Yeah.
But no, because like this movie was perfect in the sense of like it's a prequel without technically being a prequel.
Yeah. Exactly.
It really caps off the first movie so well, but it is a second film.
Yeah.
It is. We are in the future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're older. They're seniors in high school.
Yeah.
This is a completely separate part of the timeline that's happening.
Yeah.
But it's, man, and it's explaining everything without it feeling forced. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, it
didn't feel like they had to rummage into making a past for the film. I think they did a really good job presenting, giving detail. Exactly. It all adds up. There's no like, oh, this was a stretch. Like, no, it worked. It worked really well. The thing with their mom, I think that was like the best part. When you find out that the mom was like, because you heard that she had the same visions as the girl.
Exactly.
And then they set it up so well. And then the fact that like, you're like, oh, she didn't kill herself. Like the grabber is the one that killed her. It's insane.
What was crazy for me was when it hit me that I was like, it's her talking in the phone.
The mom?
Yeah. But at that time in the 50s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. You know what I mean? The fact that she had the conversation with her mom on the phone different times.
Yeah. How did you know? Right in the beginning of the movie or later on?
It hit me when she was on the phone and she had the phone call.
In the beginning of the movie,
right? So so obviously it opens with the mom, and we only hear one side of the conversation,
right?
But then that conversation is had like 2 or 3 more times,
correct?
Right. The first time they have the conversation, I know it's the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The little phone booth that you see in the promotional material, and you only see the first time that she's on the phone. It's just one side. It's her responses and her talking. You don't know who's on the other line or what they're saying. And then when she has like the first dream, I think it's technically the second dream sequence, because the first time he comes and stops her and brings her back into the house. But then when she gets away and she goes to the grabber's basement,
yeah,
and picks up the phone,
Yeah.
Then we see, and that's when it clicked for me. I was like, that's her mom.
Yeah.
Because they tell you when that conversation took place. That took place in the 50s.
Yeah.
And we know clearly this is, him and his sister in the future.
Yeah.
So I put two and two together, and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
That's her mom that she's talking to.
Yeah. They also did a really good job in the slang that they use. I mean, the words, like the way the type of things he said, like radical, like, oh yeah, it's gonna be totally radical.
Period. Accurate.
It was, I mean, on point.
And the song
like,
on the TV when he's chilling.
Yeah,
and his dad's
it's
like,
funny how you're
bed.
there and you're just like, dude, they sound so silly, but it's like that's how they used to talk. That's how people used to talk.
That's another thing I want to say about
that was the lingo back in the
this
day.
film and Black Phone 1.
Yeah.
What I loved about it, I was like, they nailed the aesthetic of that time.
Yeah.
It's not goofy. It's not a parody of what life was like then. It feels like legitimately this is how people dressed.
That time. Yeah,
this is how people were. Yeah. It was like a glimpse into like what America used to be like during those times. What being a kid during those times was like. Yeah. You know what I mean? The way the towns,
like Stranger Things.
They nailed it.
Yeah.
They visually a love letter to suburban America during those times. The neighborhoods, the way the houses look, the furniture, the way they dressed, the grain on the film. Yeah. That's what I love about the dream sequences. It was crazy because they use that as a storytelling element. Yeah. And you can differentiate between what's happening in real time and what's a dream sequence.
I really like that
without
too.
It being like, traditional 80s, like,
it really,
like synth music and all this hokey, it's like goofy. No, dude, it was like, it felt like creepy, very creepy.
And they really set the viewer up for success in not getting lost because you know what's a dream and what's not. You don't have to be like, wait, was that a dream? And then later on you're like, yeah, that was a dream. And you have to like kind of stop in the moment while you're watching the film and have that little talk with yourself like, oh no, that was that was a dream or that wasn't a dream. You know what I mean?
I also I was realizing quickly the structure that they're progressing the story is so well made with her coming into contact with each one of the kids. Yeah. And then them giving her the piece of information that they need to piece it all together. Yeah. And it felt like they're laying out all these seeds. And the farther we go, they're starting to get closer and closer to the point where they start to... Yeah. And then it makes sense and it feels natural. Yeah. It doesn't feel like, okay, we're going to give you this so that you can understand what happens next.
Exactly.
And they're kind of like spoon feeding it to you.
Yeah.
No, dude, it was just like, you wanted to be like, okay, I need to pay attention because this is important. You know what I mean? All this is going to make sense to me in the future, but like this, what the kid is telling me, I need to pay attention to. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I want to figure out what the is going on.
The brother, he's like,
yeah,
he killed me. You need to get out of here. This is not good. And he's just there. He's got the axe in his head. It's so good. It's great. I love how they were able to get the actors like back to do that.
It's all so good, dude. And they all aged like so naturally. Yeah. It all, you know what I mean? Even though they introduced another character, Ernesto, his full name. Yeah. And he's like, into his sister and stuff like that. They didn't
introduce it. He was the little brother.
Right. Right.
And like it didn't click until I was like, oh, dude. And it's so sick how they did that.
One thing that it didn't hit me until halfway through. I was like, that's part of the reason that he's there to help them. He wants to know what happened to his brother, dude.
Well, yeah. That and the fact that he's in love with the girl. But, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Also, here's another thing that I complain about in horror films all the time. Comedic relief. Comedic relief, if not done well, comes off forced. Yeah. And it rarely hits the mark.
Yeah. No, this one did good. This one did good. Honestly, for me to giggle, for me to be for me to start bursting out laughing, it was pretty good.
Because it feels like
it is
like
so natural.
It's just
exactly.
Like, guys, I'm right here. You know what I mean? That
you think I'm pretty? Like,
yeah.
you're like, oh.
Just him being like, it's not even him trying to cut the momentum.
No.
It's more him just being like
we're all here, dude. You're not in a private room, brother.
We're like, I can hear you guys. I'm only a couple feet away. Please.
Yeah.
You know what
exactly. I mean? Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That part was really funny.
It's just, dude, everything about it. By the way, The use of that Pink Floyd song.
Oh my God. Yes.
I've heard that song a million times.
Yeah.
It felt different this time.
It did. It did. I really
because it
like
felt
it.
like because what they are doing is going towards the problem.
Yeah. That's
You know
exactly
what
what they're doing.
And I love it. Just that's the thing I can't get over about this film. From the beginning until the very end, you feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Nothing is resolved.
No.
Just because the first film...
Yes, it is. At the end of the film, it is.
At the end of the film, yes. But what I'm saying is, like, when you start the second film...
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't feel like
yeah.
Oh, you know, Black Phone
Oh,
won.
no, that's
what
you're saying. Yeah, no.
Nothing's great. I mean, literally,
Finn,
he's literally...
Yeah.
He's literally
he's still
in a
struggling
fist
with
fight
it, but he's
with a
just,
kid.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. And, and here's what I love. He was going through the same cycle that his father was going through emotionally.
Well, yeah. And they
trying
show
to
that
deal
at
with the
the
death
end.
of his mother. And I was just like, you know what? That's good writing.
Yeah.
That right there, that is exactly how... And you know what I loved about this movie? The way that he dealt with what he had to go through is realistically what a child... Because that's what he is. He is a child that went through something horrific and traumatic.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's holding it together pretty well.
Yeah.
In comparison to how
really,
most people would deal with that sort of thing.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And it's crazy to see him, that moment where he like finally breaks and opens up about it. He's like, no, I was scared. I don't want to have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That man, that when I was like, God damn it, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then again, why is the Black Phone 2 great? Because the Black Phone 1 was really great.
Yeah. No, for sure. It set it up for success.
God damn, dude. It's just so good.
Yeah. It's just... I like when she goes into the dreams and she's like slowly finding out, and it's not like, dude, that part with the kids where they come out and they're like, oh my God, those are some of the good jumps.
Yeah.
The one in the window where his face comes off.
Yeah, that one I was like,
and his mouth's moving. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting it's the storyline is very similar to Terrifier, and that's what I was trying to explain. It's like, this is the new age of horror films,
of horror filmmaking.
This is how they go. This is how the stories, on average, they go in this direction. You know what I mean? It's an entity that feeds off its victims, and that's how you weaken it. You know what I mean? First, like, we grew up, our version, right? We grew up on Michael Myers,
right?
Who didn't get more power from his victims. He was just an unstoppable force. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now we have this, it's a danger, but there is weakness, but it takes a while for them to figure it out. It's not like, he has to have a weakness, let's just figure it out. No. It's like I've already gone through so much, like so much difficult.
Yeah.
And now finally I've gotten a few clues, and then they figure it. You know what I mean? It's not like just instantly like, oh, they know there's something wrong with him. They know he has a weakness. No.
Do you know the way that you just described the whole concept of like the change of like the shape, quote unquote, the entity, right? Of every man, it just hit me. Pennywise is the same thing.
Yes.
It is an entity that they had to learn how to deal with.
That was and that was one of the starters to it, because it is a very good movie. Number 2 was it's not for everyone. Or was it number 3? What happens in number 2?
No, number 2, they're older. They return to Derry.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Number 1's good. Number 2 was...
Is there a number 3?
Well,
I know that they're making a show about Derry. I don't know if there's a number 3. I don't believe so. I think it's just 1 and 2.
If number 2's the one where they're old, then I don't like it.
Really?
I just...
Really? The first one was good. The second one I liked as well. It's different. It is kind of a rehashing, but no, because then, they finally, kind of deal with it.
number one was crazy because of all the things that slowly happened. It's it's based off their specific fear.
Yeah.
The film was just it's so well done.
Yeah.
But again, it has that same like story progression and the concept of horror.
Right.
That's the new age. That's our generation of
Yes.
That's what like our kids are gonna grow up and they're gonna be like, damn, these are the classics. You know what I mean?
Right. For them, they're gonna consider these,
Correct.
like Hallmark films.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm happy with because they're so good.
It's just great. Like I said,
It's not like the only thing they're gonna have is, let's see, what's a shitty horror film?
Huh. That's like saying, Yeah, how many fish? See,
but that's what I'm saying. What's a one that's pretty popular?
Oh well, here you go. Now you're gonna say something controversial, because someone's gonna be like, "I love that film."
Yeah, who cares? You know what I mean?
Let's see.
Like Annabelle. People are gonna be like, "Oh, Annabelle's great."
So people are gonna tell you that you're insane.
I mean,
I
don't blame
great,
you. You know, or like man.
Oh,
like The Nun. Or
again, people are gonna tell you that they love those movies. And they can.
Same thing with like what's it called? The House at the End of the Street or something like that.
Which one are you talking about? The Jennifer Lawrence?
Yes. It's like films like that,
early
like
2000s.
That's not. Those aren't the films that our kids are gonna be like. Yo, these were fire. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be the 2018 Halloweens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Phone 1, Black Phone 2.
Some of the Purge films.
Some of the Purge films. Exactly. But that's...
Note how we say some.
There's hope.
Not all. Some.
Yeah. Yeah. Very particular. Go back to our episode and check it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, dude, the movie was so... Honestly... When we got out, you know why I didn't say anything to you? Was because I wasn't sure whether you liked it or not. Because it was so... It was literally just straight, pretty much, the other side.
Yes, but no, dude. It was the perfect balance. They cranked everything to 11.
Yeah.
11 out of 10.
I love the snobby couple. Like that they...
Really?
I love it. I think it's...
Meh.
I think
it didn't bring down the film at all.
Exactly. But that's what I like. It's like a good... they have that little... She has a little rebuttal. I love how the sister, she is just,
She's like, I'm not dealing with any of this.
Yeah.
I'm done.
And she's always got one in the chamber, just ready to go.
Yeah.
I love that they did that with her character, that she always has a really good rebuttal, no matter what it is. And, yeah, dude, that part was just so funny. With the couple and how like they're so like, oh, you have the devil inside of you, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they are at technically a Christian camp.
No, 100%.
So
100%. No, I don't disagree there.
The devil's lettuce is not allowed at Alpine Camp.
That was so funny. The devil's lettuce is prohibited on campgrounds. That's what he said. That was super. Another one of those moments where it's kind of you giggle a little bit.
Right.
In the only moment.
I'm doing you a favor. This isn't even good shit.
This isn't even good shit. Walks away. It's so funny.
By the way, that is not racist. That is literally the man's accent in the film. Literally.
Also, we're Hispanics.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Nah, dude. I also like the part that, like, obviously Finn's not... They did that really good. Finn's not an alcoholic because his father's an alcoholic. He doesn't like it. But he's a pothead.
Yeah, so he uses...
Like a hardcore pothead, yeah.
He uses weed to deal with it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's why every time he gets stressed out, he goes out and smokes a joint.
Yeah. I really like that. I thought that was, like, super cool. You know what I mean?
I like that the dad was sober.
Yes.
And that he was actually trying. But, like, you can tell that, like, dude, that house is so quiet.
It doesn't make up
for... It's so quiet because it doesn't...
It doesn't make up for all the years of...
Because at the end of the day, like, he still
through.
went through all, he still had to go through that shit.
But then it also helps you at the end. You see that he understood, and then like the part where you find out where the mother didn't hang herself, and the dad finds out, and you see that you see why it doesn't justify what he did, but you see what led him down that path.
Absolutely.
And then they finally get like the what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
What do you mean?
They finally get like the
they get peace?
Yes. They finally get the peace that they were looking for, you know?
I mean, they did. They went to essentially the root of the problem and took care of it.
I think the way they set it up too, it's like the mom used to, they were camp counselors here, and this guy was psycho, and the fact that he is like really good on ice skates too, because he was the coach, the hockey coach, and that's where the bodies are.
Oh, he was the maintenance guy. He would set up the hockey field for the kids.
Yes. No, but he was the coach too. It said.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. And he was the only one that had
I
access
loved
to
a scene that I loved. So it's in the dream sequence where she gets all the way out from the cabin into the mess hall, and then into the kitchen, and that is the first time that the grabber walks out.
Yeah.
From the shadows.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'm like this close to buying the costume.
Dude, it
is sick. So bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay? And I love that after all that crazy stuff goes down in the kitchen and everyone sees it, it's no longer in a dream state. It physically occurs in the real world. He literally just transcends into the shadows and disappears. Yeah. And Finn's like, what is going on?
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Here's another thing. I thought throughout the entire film, there's a possibility that his sister dies. Yes. I never believed for a second. I was like, no, she's not gonna die. Yeah. I was like, it could happen.
I thought she died. I thought it was her throat that she was just gushing blood. I thought the same when she was spinning, but it was really her arm. Yeah. But they get you there. I was like, no, it was a way.
Lot, dude. Yeah, it was a lot.
It's funny because I've been watching Peaky Blinders. Yeah. And in Peaky Blinders, one of the iconic characters recently died. Yeah. So I'm already with that burden, and then I see this, and I'm like, no way, another main character dies in something I'm watching. I'm like, this is.
Yeah, dude.
No, it was just the cut on her arm. It's just crazy. The kid, he's sitting there, and the reaction, dude. It's just a cut opens up and starts
how the
gushing.
hell would you react if someone levitates, gets spun, and there's blood flung everywhere?
Insane. That was crazy. He starts banging when he starts lifting up in the bunk bed.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I would britches.
See, but this is the generation. This is the type of CGI that we need.
We don't pull the punches. We do not pull the punches.
Dude, the CGI was so good and it did not disappoint. Unlike most movies nowadays, the CGI sucks.
Another thing I want to say, once again, the importance of practical effects. Yeah. The look of the grabber in this film.
Oof. At the end, right?
Is
his
so
face when they take the mask
good,
off. He's
bro. It's so good. It makes sense. The what he wears makes sense. Yeah. Okay? And it's also him in a sort of paranormal, so an in between, he's technically in hell, but not really. He's in a weird dark in between place along with the victims.
Correct.
But it's crazy. And because we also see him in the past, you know what I mean, in the dream sequences. So we see the grabber that we know when he was alive. Yeah. And then we see the, the true disgusting version of him.
Yeah.
Which is also a throwback version, which is crazy.
Right.
Dude, shout out to Tom Savini. He made the mask, amazing.
It's insane.
Amazing.
It looks so good.
It's just the whole look, the clothing he has on, the belt, the axe,
Well, yeah, it's back to where he's back to the spot where he was. He's back to the original. What we think back to when we see the flashbacks of when he was kidnapping kids in the van.
The magician.
For us, right? That's the OG. But in reality, what they're showing us is that's the OG. The belt, the utility belt, because he was the maintenance man for the campgrounds, and that's what he was doing. Also, these kids had a terrible death compared to the other ones.
No, terrible.
Terrible.
One thing that when I realized, I was like, oh, they're not holding back.
Which is another thing. It was it goes back to Terrifier 3.
Yes.
He's committing acts. Yeah, he's committing acts of terror on these kids. Yeah. Right? It's not just that he's killing them. Because in the first one, they don't specify how they die.
Right, and
it's just they're dead.
And you don't see a lot of it on. It's not. No, we don't see it.
No.
You know what I mean?
You just know that they're dead. They've gone missing, and that's the best thing you can come up with.
In this movie, they straight up show you what looks like celluloid footage.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Of these poor kids being chased in the dark, snowy wilderness.
Yeah.
just
Which
getting
is just crazy. It's eerie, yeah.
it's not only
because you're so used. You know what's the funniest
it's not
part
only
too?
creepy, but it's horrific at the same time because you're watching a child get murdered brutally by a fully grown man.
But it's like you're used to like a winter wonderland.
No, it's the opposite.
That's why Terrifier 3 was so good as well. You know, it's like Christmas time. You know, it's winter. This is supposed to be a jolly time.
You would think
so. It's just horror. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's insane. I think the movie was
it's just
so good.
Dude, they did not pull a single punch in that film.
No.
Like everything was perfect. And here's the thing. It's like everything worked in unison. The aesthetic, the lighting, the grain of the film, the filters, you know what I mean? The dream sequences, the way everyone's just dressed, the way that the snow falling.
The vehicles,
The vehicles, you know what I mean? Just the way the trees look, you know, the way the snowstorm looks at night when you're outside.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, it's all insane.
I also, you see, and this is another one, like, character development. Like, there's not a lot of, like, it goes back. In the first film, they give you a background of the kids so that you can get, like you know, you have empathy for them and, like, you feel for them. But, like, as for, like, for example, Mustang, you don't get a background of her. It's not important. She's just there. You just know that she works there. She's kind of the bad girl there.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have the couple, the Christian couple. You don't get a background on them. You just know that they've kind of been here since the start. That's it. That's all you need to know.
And they refuse to talk about all the things that happen.
Exactly. You know, for a second there, when Mustang goes back, I thought she was going to tell them that, and this is why they're there, was that, like, one of their kids was the ones that died, and that's why they don't want to talk about it. That's where I thought they were going to go with it, and then they didn't. And I was like, okay, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of like a, you know, more of showing these characters, quickly showing what their character is like.
Yeah.
You know, the personality of these characters, how they, you know, portray themselves. And yeah, I thought it was really good. Really good. Very well detailed.
It was just, dude, it was amazing. The final sequence on the ice and everything. I love the shot of him being pulled down by the three kids. And it's like, it's in slow-mo because he's like slowly falling into the abyss of the ice.
Yeah.
And he pulls the mask with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was so worried.
Well, no. He puts the mask on.
But it's as he's going into the water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she kicks the bottom half to disappear with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The shot of like all three kids pulling him down into the abyss.
And then he freezes at the bottom of the lake.
I was so hoping that they were not going to have him like rise up out of the water.
Yeah. I was like, please just
don't ruin it. Don't
finish it here.
Don't
you
make
can
them
do it.
Yeah, I was like,
you can do it.
We're literally so close, dude. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Do not set this up for a third movie.
Yeah. And they did. It was great. I love the way they wrapped it up. They wrapped it up perfectly.
You know what I mean? No post-credit scene. No, something that makes no sense happening out of nowhere that leads to a third film for money. You know what I mean? We started a story. We started it fantastically. And you know what? We came back and we doubled down on making it even better. And we finished it. Yeah. This is what it's all about. Yeah. Making great stories.
Yeah. They did it. They accomplished it.
You know what I mean? So and they're getting in the habit of that because they did the same thing with Halloween. They did the trilogy.
No, of course.
And even though the ending, a lot of people, I have my own gripes about it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we had a beginning, a middle, and we finished it. Yeah. And the ending was good. We finished it.
There's no
the way it had to be done.
Exactly. There's not even the slightest chance of it being an open ending, which is what I like.
It's That's the feeling I had walking out of the theater. Dude, I was like, this is so refreshing. Yeah. I feel like I got to see something through, and now I get to just look back and reminisce about how I love those two movies. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about running this franchise through the dirt now. You know what I mean? I can enjoy it now. It's perfect. It will always stay this way.
Yeah. I definitely want to.
I will always think about the Black Phone as a 2 film.
I want to rewatch it back to back.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to buy the second movie now. I want to buy both of them in 4K.
Yeah, buy the bundle.
So good. Man, such a great original story.
Honestly, it's gotten me even more excited for next year. For next year's HHN. I really hope they put it in.
And let me tell you understand why I saw him at the parks. I saw him at the stand with the booth and everything, walking around. I don't know if they allowed the scare actors that play the grabber this year to see some of the footage for the film before it was released, so that they can get an essence for the movement of the grabber or anything. But man, let me tell you, I saw him in person. Amazing. Yeah. The snow on him, the hair, the axe, the tool belt, the clothing, the way it's tattered. Oh man, I'm telling you, if this has to be a house next year. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. It has to be a house at HHN 35. We're at the 35th anniversary. This has to be a part of the celebration for HHN. Yeah. It's so damn good. And if it's there, I am going, dude. I'm going.
100%.
I am going
100%.
to experience the movie.
I mean, that's going to be one
person.
of the main IPs for sure, especially after this film.
God,
I don't doubt it.
I can't. Like I said, dude, I can't shut up about this movie.
Yeah.
It was
good.
I am so happy that it was this good, and they did things right.
I'm so happy exactly that they didn't ruin it, because the first one was good, and I was like, I hope they don't take it down with this. They didn't.
And and in some parts I was, some of the things I was just like, meh. You know what I mean? Like when she had that moment where she realized she has control in the dreams too.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is very reminiscent of like the later seasons of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it makes sense. That at some point she should be able to fight back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what he is. He is an entity.
Right.
You're
Especially
using
spiritually.
Right. You know what I mean? It all fits, dude. It all fits.
Yeah.
Oh, so amazing.
For 35, they put the grabber on roller skates. Imagine.
Oh, dude, that would be crazy.
That would be funny.
That would be crazy.
That would be epic. Universal Creative.
You guys know what you got to do, man.
Yeah. Okay, so now rate each movie. Black Phone 1 and 2 out of 10.
Okay, so the Black Phone, the first film.
Yeah.
I have to give it at least. I got to give it at least an 8.5.
Okay, solid.
At least
Pretty
an 8.5. Like I would, if you told me, I just want to see a really good like horror film.
Yeah.
I'd be like, do you like this and do you like this? Oh, dude, you gotta watch the Black Phone.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay, number 2.
I'm gonna give this one a 9.
9. Wow. It
is a little bit bigger than the first one. Just in everything, in the jump scares and the aesthetic, and everything is a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger, more aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It definitely
more
is.
of what you know, but then they show you more of it that you didn't know was there.
Yeah.
This one has to be it's just that good, dude. You know what I mean? I would tell someone you have to watch the first one just so that they could watch the second one.
I feel like the first one is like 50% story, 50% action.
Yes.
So 50% is like the development of, getting to know the characters and the grabber and what he does, and then the other 50% is watching Finn go through the grinder. Yeah. And then this one is 25% is seeing where their lives are at after the grabber.
Yeah.
And then, the other 75% is
80. You said 20.
Did I say 20? I thought I said 25.
80.
Okay.
What
20, 80.
5%. 5% is credits.
So, 80% is just, them going through the grinder again. All of them, though. Oh. Now, for which was sick. I'd love to see.
Man, for all the other studios out there, for anyone that's going to make a horror film, make sure you're taking notes. This is exactly how you have to do it.
For sure.
Like, make original stuff, bro. Make good original stuff.
Exactly.
No more rehashings. Don't remake The Black Phone.
No.
Please, don't do it.
Don't.
You know what I mean? There is no need for a sequel. The story is perfect now. It is perfectly rounded off.
Yeah.
Everything makes sense. It's really well made. You know what I mean? Same thing. I like I told you, I'm still worried about how Terrifier is going to end.
Yeah.
I felt as though the third film picked. I hope I am wrong.
Yeah.
That the third film is not the peak.
Yeah.
That the fourth one encompasses everything and wraps all the metaphors and wraps everything up.
Grabs all the loose ends.
And now we have a 4-film franchise that is perfect and should be left untouched.
We'll see, honestly.
You know what I mean?
So I'm going to rate number 1 and number 2. Honestly, dude, I'm going to put them both at 9. I think they deserve an even score. I don't think the first one sets up the second one for success.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's so true.
I give them both a 9 because guess what? I will rewatch them both again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Same thing how I'll watch the 2018 Halloween and the original Halloween. I'll rewatch them again and again and again.
Yeah.
Because they're of that quality. Same thing with It. I'll rewatch It again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I put them both at a 9. So that's my honest opinion on the whole film.
Honestly, this is some of the highest ratings I've given.
Yeah.
Films in a while, man.
It was quality is quality.
Good. It's just that good.
Oh. Well, that being said, we're going to go into our final segment for this episode. We're going to keep adding more and more segments, probably another 2 more segments each episode.
Yeah.
But for today, we have one more segment before we wrap up this episode.
Absolutely.
And that is Hot Takes. The UBU Bros, Universal Bros, Hot Takes. So, you're going to give us a hot take about Universal Orlando Resort.
Okay. So, in this segment, which we want to do
what is your hot
consistently.
take?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many different...
It can be about anything.
Opinions. Right. So, this one is going to be in regards to Islands of Adventure.
Okay.
So, here's a hot take for you. The greatest snack, and I'm calling it a snack, that you can have at Islands of Adventure, and this is better than anything, better than some fan favorites. The greatest thing that you can get, and I'm including pricing, the amount of food you get, and the quality of it. The best thing you can eat at Islands of Adventure is the tots from Green Eggs and Ham.
I'm not going to disagree with that, honestly.
And that is beating out a lot of food at Circus McGurkus.
Yeah.
Everything at Harry Potter. I'm dying on this hill. Anything that you can get at Harry Potter.
I'm dying at this hill.
It is better than anything anywhere else in the park. It's better than anything you can get at Superhero Cafe, Toon Lagoon, Skull Island, Jurassic Park, which I am, you know what I mean, a huge Jurassic Park fan. The greatest thing that you can eat, and I know that there's Confisco and Circus McGurkus and all those places and, you know, the Three Broomsticks. The greatest thing that you can eat for the price, for how fast you can get it, and for the taste, is the tots at Green Eggs and Ham. It is better than the turkey leg.
That is indeed a hot take.
That's a bold statement. A lot of people, the turkey leg is a fan favorite of anybody that goes to the theme park. The tots are better.
Okay. So that's your hot take for this episode, eh?
Yeah, they're even better than the pizza fries for HHN.
Okay.
And that's a fan favorite. Yeah, way better. Way better. Leaps and bounds.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up this episode. Stay tuned for our next episode. It's going to be our final HHN episode next Friday at 12 p.m.
Which will drop on Halloween.
And what better to talk about on Halloween than the Universal monsters themselves? We're going to dive into a little backstory, you know, the details, what we think on each and every monster. And then we're going to talk about Saul's experience in Darkmoor.
That
all
epic
the exciting
universe.
things he did.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
For sure. So that being said, that's going to wrap up this episode. Again, This is the official page for the podcast, and email will be right here for any inquiries or business collabs. Feel free to hit us up. Universal Bros Unplugged Podcast at gmail.com. Universal Bros Unplugged, TikTok and Instagram. Our ats are at the corner of the screen as per usual. And just like that, that's going to wrap up episode 28. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.